Do you guys have like a relatively like good guess on how many hours you have in like the biggest game you've got?
I've tried thinking about that before, and no, I have no idea.
Dang.
Like,
What do you think the game is for you?
that you've played the wait, hold on. The game that you've played the most in your life and
Yeah.
how many hours you've played it?
Mm-hmm.
See, I would have to say if it wasn't for the Time Splitter franchise, because like I have no guessing on how many hours I put into those 3 games alone. I'd probably have to go with DayZ. I got over 30 days in gameplay right now.
That's okay.
And mind you, I've only had this game for I think a total of 3 years now.
Hey, so when you say you have 30 days in it, do you write days with a Z?
Eric started the fucking trend
I
with dad
love it.
jokes.
I love it.
What about you?
I never got into Skyrim. I never got into Fable either. Or like the most open world of a game that I think I ever pumped a lot of time into was like all the Fallout games. Like
Fallout was another big one too.
Like Eric and I have talked before about my experience with Fallout 4. Like I remember I had 85 hours of gameplay into Fallout 4, made 0 fucking progress because I kept getting sidetracked. I'm like, oh, there's a big building over there.
Yep.
I wonder what's inside.
Side mission.
Yeah.
Boom.
So if I was to say hour-wise into a specific game, man, I know like I full cleared all the vaults in Fallout 3. I know there's games that I really loved, but it was basically like just on the surface games, like the Twisted Metal franchise. You know, you can't really do a deep dive into Twisted Metal. I know I beat Twisted Metal Black with all the characters. I don't know if that takes more than 85 hours and how much I replayed it. I know GTA 3, I full cleared and found all 100 packages, but I don't think that takes 85 hours.
No, those older games are a lot shorter.
Right, but those are the games I think I played more often. But I mean, when it just came to Fallout, I know Fallout, which sucks because I never really played Fallout 4 to the full extent either. I never beat that game. Red Dead.
Ooh, you need to go back and beat it.
I'm thinking about doing that in December, honestly. I'm trying to find, I have a whole plethora of games that I have lined up to stream, because that's the only time I can ever play video games is when I'm streaming, because I have 2 kids under the age of 3. Hi, Mads and Watts.
God, don't let them listen to this.
Yeah, no. Not till they're older.
But yeah, I mean, like all the times I played Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which that takes maybe 2.5 hours to beat.
If you could beat it.
Yeah, which I can.
Mm-hmm.
That's the feather
Can you?
in my that's the feather in my video game cap, is the fact that I can not only beat Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but my highest neighbor total was 3 at the end of the game.
I got one for you.
What's up?
So I'm sitting here thinking about this, and it's probably between 2 games. The Sims, if we're being honest. I played The Sims a lot.
See, I
on the
never got
computer.
into that. That was such a boring game to me.
No, it is. But it's just, I had fun building, the houses
okay,
and whatnot. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Halo.
Yeah,
Think about how much time we put into Halo. Like it could be 6 hours a night on both Friday and Saturday.
Hold on. I'm calling a timeout there.
No, don't tell me that doesn't count.
No, it does. It absolutely counts. And I'm saying that. But how much of that time was spent, when I remember we were kids, when by kids I mean like 18, 19, how much of that time on Halo was spent waiting for a game? Us going out to go smoke. Us, getting a beer. Us waiting for connection to pop back up. Trying to get the game going. Like, how much was actual gameplay and how much was just dick around time?
And you also got to remember, like, the later franchises of Halo, you can start dicking around with the maps and stuff, too.
And customization.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so when you count GTA 3, are you taking out all the loading screens?
That's a fair question.
Oh.
That's a very
No,
fair
you don't. And I
alone.
get the point of what you're saying, and it's a legit question because there is a lot of downtime.
Well, there was a lot of times where we would say we spent 12 hours playing Halo 3, and we did.
Sure, and so even if like a quarter of that was downtime,
That's still 9 hours of gameplay. That's fair.
if we did that multiple times a week, I mean, you're talking 15, 20 hours a week easily, and we did that across maybe a year.
Yeah.
So big brain over there. What's 52 times 15?
520.
520, 260, 780?
Wow. Holy shit. You get that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I do think you're absolutely right with that. You were a lot better. I think you played Halo a lot more than I did.
Which Halo has more?
Maybe, but I was just better.
You were better.
Yeah, I was just better.
You were better.
When we were playing a few months ago, though, man, you got a lot better.
It's
You
because
definitely held your own.
it's because I took a lot of over the years, like when I originally played Halo, I was, just swords and shotgun, or I was toast. I couldn't use a BR or anything. Well, then I started playing Call of Duty, and then I eventually played Fortnite for a while. And then I had to learn how to snipe. And then I played Warzone. And then I played Warzone, and then I had to learn how to snipe. So I feel like just sniping in those later games come all the way back around.
Kyle's over there dry heaving when you name all these, like Call of Duty and
Fortnite. Are you?
I fell into it. Okay, I fell into the craze. It was peer pressure.
It was awful.
It was peer pressure.
It's the worst game out there.
I didn't play it for long. I think I had like a month, and I was just like,
I have to judge you a little bit for a month now because you did that.
And that's fair, but
It's okay.
I fell into the
still
trend.
love you.
I love you
I
too.
still love you.
I love you too.
Stop it.
You stop it. But yeah, I fell into that craze for a little bit, but I still think like the game, I think probably Fallout 3. And I know that's probably, I mean, I played all the DLC too.
I can't
There's
get
a lot
into
to
DLC.
download. Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
The DLCs on Fallout 3 alone were revolutionary.
I am
Except for
sure.
Anchorage, except for the Operation Anchorage.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that one's kind of dumb.
I'm sure they're good. It pisses me off. Like, just release the whole fucking game.
Yeah,
I know a
no.
lot of the time it's not like that. It's like they just want to add more to it.
Yeah, no,
But-
I agree with you.
But in quite a few circumstances, like they just leave that shit out so they could make money, down the road.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you think
yeah.
you think they already had all that DLC like ready to go?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Or they didn't like develop it later?
If not 100% ready to go, like pretty ready to go.
They probably sit there in the big old whiteboard, like, all right, we're going to launch this game. Now let's put this DLCs with it.
Okay.
And then boom, 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 we'll launch them at this point in time. I think that's actually how most of the older DLCs worked like that.
Dude, even with like all these board games that I have in here, there's like 120 board games. There's a lot of expansion games, expansion packs for these, and I won't get them.
But you did get the one for Pandemic. That was fun. You got the Legacy.
Yeah, that's a
Pandemic
totally different
Legacy
game
was
though.
fun. Oh, I guess it is true. That's not really expansion. Speaking of games, though, you want to get into our game for the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh.
Okay. Do I get to do the big... Wait, hold on. How did I do the song last time? Okay. He's got to choose and he brought a friend. It's a this or that versus.
Is that lag?
Go turn him off.
All right, ready?
I'm calling it right now. I'm winning.
Oh, you're
right.
calling your shot.
All right. I'm pretty sure I'm the one with the bragging rights right now. But all right.
Calling the shot. All right. Well, your category for today, or I should say, the name of today's game is you have been, or it says the name of the game is Get Equipped with Top 40 Hit. Get it? Because it's a combination of the two. Anyway, so
I didn't get that.
No, neither did I.
Well, in the MegaMan games, when you defeat a robot master and you get their power, the screen will say Get Equipped with, and then it'll have whatever you get equipped with.
Uh-oh.
So that's the name of the game for this week. But the category is going to be, I'm going to give you 10 names, and you have to tell me if the name that I'm going to give you is either a MegaMan robot master or a radio music smash hit.
Okay. I should be good with the smash hit stuff. What's up?
Well, I don't know if
What's up?
not all
It's
these are
never that
necessarily
easy.
smash. A lot of these are smash hits. Some of them are a little more obscure. I'll be fair, but that's what makes the game fun.
I think
I have a wide variety of music.
I think that a lot of them are going to be more obscure.
I have over like
There's
4,500
there's a
songs on
couple
my phone
that are
now.
obscure, but there's a couple that were actually like top 40 and top 5 hits.
All right, let's get
On
into
here.
this.
All right, let's do it. Number 1, Spaceman. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Kyle says radio hit. Eric says MegaMan. It was a radio hit for The Killers, for Nick Jonas, and Babylon Zoo. Which actually, Babylon Zoo took that song
Oh, I'm
to
thinking of
number
Rocket
1.
Man.
It was a number 1
I
debut.
literally only went with radio hit because I thought we were going with Rocket Man there for a second.
Oh, God. Well, you're off to a good start then.
What's up?
Yeah, Babylon Zoo took Spaceman. It was a number 1 debut on the UK charts for them. I only wanted you to go into Spaceman. You don't remember that song?
Nope.
Number
Not even
2.
a little bit.
Number 2, Sheep Man. Number 2, Sheep Man. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We got 2 Mega Mans. We have 2 correct answers.
Oh, still in the
Sheep
lead.
Man
Still in
was
the lead.
one of the ones in one of the Robot Masters in Mega Man 10. And when you defeated Sheep Man, you got Thunderwool.
That sounds really fucking lame.
It
Like
kind of has only
Sheep Man?
one use.
Sheep Man?
Sheep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Sheep.
I'm trying not
yeah,
to pop my
man.
peas, but sheep.
It was Mega Man X.
It was Mega Man 10.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Wasn't that X, though?
No, X was a different series.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look at me
So-
like
so
that.
you-
Fuck it, I got it right.
So you're saying the name was bad.
Stop. That was bad.
Don't worry, folks. I'll be here for another about 40 minutes. All right. Number 3, Monkey Man. Monkey Man. All right. 3, 2, 1. I got 2 Mega Mans. I have 2 incorrect answers.
Hey, at least you didn't get a point.
It was a song from the Rolling Stones off of arguably their best album, the Let It Bleed album.
Could you sing it?
No. Number 4. I don't get paid that much to sing it. Number 4, Mirror Man. Mirror Man. And 3, 2, 1. I got 2 Mega Mans. And again, I got 2 incorrect answers.
Dang it.
It was a radio hit for Human League,
Oh, I don't even know who that
and
is.
it reached all the way to number 2 on the UK singles chart.
This is America?
We're doing UK?
This is America?
You need to tell us we're doing UK hits because I would have
They're
gotten
not
that
all
one.
UK
first.
hits.
Don't lie.
They're not all
Don't
UK
lie.
hits.
Could you tell us before they're UK?
No.
No, because then
that's
that would
cheating.
let you know that it's a radio hit.
Be cool.
No, I'm in the lead right now. I don't want you to get any
Very
better.
cool. All right, number 5. You guys are actually doing a lot better. I thought you were going to do, actually. Number 5, Shadow Man. Shadow Man. The shuffling of the papers. And 3, 2, 1. I got 2 Mega Mans. I got 2 correct answers.
Nice.
Yes, nicely done. Shadow Man was in Mega Man 3, and when you defeated him, you got Shadow Blade. All right. Number 6.
Hey, do all these end in man?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the theme.
If you say Simple Man, I'm going to smack you.
No.
Okay.
I didn't say Simple Man. I didn't say Working Man, Iron Man.
I was going to say, those ones are going to be dead giveaways.
Yeah, Guitar Man.
Mhm.
But I will say Digital Man. Number 6, Digital Man. All right, 3, 2, 1. I got 2 radio hits. I got 2 correct answers. Nicely done.
Hey, Eric, guess
It
what?
was a song
Still in the lead.
by Rush.
Still in the lead.
Number 7. I think number 7 may throw you guys for a curve. Number 7, Gemini Man. Gemini Man, 3, 2, 1. We got... And I thought I was correct. It did throw you for a curve. I got 2 radio hits. I got 2 wrong answers.
Yeah.
Gemini Man was also in Mega Man 3, and when you defeat him, you got the Gemini laser.
Man, I could have swore I thought I heard a song called Gemini Man before.
I didn't want to overthink it because I thought you would think what you thought was that we
Oh,
would
God.
think.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
no,
here
I
we
said it. I
go.
got it. That you thought we would say radio hit. I'm like, okay, so it's probably Mega Man, but I don't want to overthink it, so I chose radio hit, which
Man, it
was
sounds
wrong.
like you overthink it.
Boy, that hamster in your head's really working overtime.
That was very cohesive. So
You're cohesive. All right. Number 8, Dagger Man. Dagger Man. And 3, 2, 1. I got a radio hit to the left from Kyle. I got Mega Man from Eric. It is a radio hit.
God damn it, that's game.
What's the...
No, we got 2 left.
Right,
You can
the best
tie.
I could do is tie.
You
Yeah,
can tie. It's Cloak and Dagger Man, but I decided to keep the second half of it. It was a song by the band Camel.
this is bullshit. I would have.
Yeah, because you would have
I
definitely
would've
known
known
that
it.
was.
Oh,
You
yeah,
definitely
well,
would've
Cloak
known.
and Dagger would have been a dead giveaway too. Number 9, Starman. Starman. And 3, 2, 1. I got Mega Man from Kylo to the left. I got Radio Hit from Eric to the right. It's both.
So I can't fucking tie. You lied to me.
It's both. It was a radio hit for David Bowie, and it was and it was a Robot Master in Mega Man 5. All right, and number 10, since Eric threw his, he's disqualified. He crumpled up his answers and threw them at me, so he's
Took
disqualified
all
for
that
number
time
10.
to do that.
So Kyle, I guess this is for you. Number 10, Galaxy Man.
MegaMan.
No, that's got to be a radio hit. I don't. No, yeah, I'm gonna say radio hit.
It is a Mega Man hit.
Dang it!
It's a Mega Man 9. You defeat Galaxy Man, you get Black Hole Bomb. So
Hey.
Kyle gets the sweep.
Nice.
That's
Hey.
a 2 for 2 today. Well
Nux
done.
from afar.
All right. What is our main topic for today?
I don't know what is our main topic for today.
We are talking games that need a remake.
Ooh,
For this, I thought we can each have 2 games, and we'll just go round table, talk about the games for a few minutes, and then we will call it a day.
Well, I'll start because my problem that I was having with trying to narrow this down, I put subconsciously tried to put every video game that was ever made. I have it in a bubble, and I kind of want your guys' thinking on this because games that need to be remade is a very touchy subject.
I agree.
It's a very touchy subject. It's
Yeah.
not
Why?
controversial, but it's touchy.
Why?
Because you have, and this is I have every game in a bubble, okay? And I'm kind of have my hands on a big, I'm holding an imaginary beach ball right now for those who can't see this. Everybody except for the 2 other people in the room. So I put every video game ever made in a bubble. I take out of that bubble games that have already been remade, and I throw them away. Okay? I'm looking at you, Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
I'm looking at games like that, and I throw it away. Then I take a big chunk of games that have been not remade, but re-released multiple times. And I'm looking at Skyrim, and I'm taking those games, and I'm throwing them away.
Why? You always draw the weirdest lines on shit.
Well, because I know exactly the 2 answers everybody is always going to say games that need to be remade.
Which is what?
GoldenEye,
Okay.
and shit, I had one more. It was GoldenEye, and I think it was Ocarina of Time.
Okay. So
Those
are you just saying so Ocarina of Time's been re-released on the 3DS? Is that why you're disqualifying that?
now let me get there. I have a third chunk of the bubble. Games that
Is
are
it a bubble or a beach ball?
It's in the shape it's in the shape of a beach. A beach ball and a bubble have the same shape.
What's
So,
your one
so
coconut?
I don't know, unless you can make can you make square bubbles? If you blow
I
square
think
breaths.
so.
No, really?
I think
I
I
don't
saw.
think so.
If
Yeah,
you blow
science
square
it.
breaths. I saw that it was like a video online. It was DW from Arthur
Oh.
asking the lady at the party store. There was square balloons. She goes, "How do you get square balloons?" And then the lady goes, "Blow square breaths." And then it cut to DW thinking, and you hear the Amy Winehouse song, "What kind of fuckery is this?" in the background. Okay.
Science it. I'm pretty sure they've already done it.
Science
It's science.
rules.
I don't think so.
I mean, Japan's got a Gundam. Why can't we have a square bubble?
No.
I,
All right. What's the third part of your square bubble beach ball thing?
So I got games that have been re-released too many times, games that have already been remade, which I think GoldenEye actually falls into that category. Games that have been... It wasn't a very good remake, but it was remade.
Wait, what?
Well, okay, but even if a game's remade, you could still remake the remake.
Can you square bubble?
Yes, you
can't
can.
remake a remake. It's already been remade, so then it'd be remake.
No, you could still.
word.
Okay, let's think of a game that's been remade.
GoldenEye.
Link's Awakening. If you see flaws in that game, you can still remake that. Well, I don't. Is that like a remake or a remaster?
That's another chunk. It's games that have
Ooh.
been technically remastered. I know they're gonna when they.
I would say that would be more of a remastered. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
No,
I think so, too.
Please interrupt me, please. So yesterday was officially announced. It was rumored for a while. It was officially announced that they're re-releasing the GTA original trilogy. So are they re-releasing it or are they going to remaster it?
Here's the
That's just
thing.
ridiculous.
Hold on. Here's the thing.
Damn.
Damn, you got the finger point too.
Damn.
You got the ma'am, please, can I have a moment, please?
Don't talk to me like that. You're not my real stepdad.
Give you the give you the Dane Cook. May I have a moment?
God.
I just need a moment.
Just one moment.
I just need a moment.
That's great.
I just need a moment. I gotta go to the mall. I just need a moment. I'm sorry, you were saying.
Okay, so you said you were going to start first, then you went on this long rant, which is fine. You brought up the GTA re-release on the Switch. I'm just going to go ahead and start with mine because one of mine is San Andreas.
Okay.
Ooh, very good one.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought about that question, like, what's this re-release going to look like? Is it going to be like a remastering? I don't think they fucked with the game at all.
I mean, I could see him doing some texture packs to it, like fixing some textures, how like some people can clip into certain areas and stuff like that. But like gameplay or
Yeah.
anything advanced like that, no.
Yeah, I don't think they did any of that. But I think that's what needs remade about the game.
Okay.
Definitely update the graphics because it's PS2 and I mean it looks okay. But besides the graphics, just like quality of life type stuff.
Yeah.
And fix some of the combat, like the melee combat. It's just kind of simple.
Yeah.
You know, there's really not much there.
So you don't want to pay $60 pretty much for an emulator. Like you want them to touch it up. Like you don't want to pay $60, kind of like what Nintendo did when they released 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. They didn't like touch any of that up. They just threw it in there, and they're like, and you're gonna pay $60 for it, and we fucking did.
Okay, so it's kind of like a yes and answer.
Yes.
I would pay $60 for the GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas with them not touching anything.
Just as is.
Right. Yeah. But I also want a remake because, you know, San Andreas, like, it's one of my favorite games of all time. I think it's the best GTA out there.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the working out type shit. Like,
yeah. I mean, I can understand. That should have been for like the newer one, like the one that's out right now. Not for San Andreas.
But make it better too.
Yeah.
Take out that fucking RC plane mission.
But that's classic though.
Stop now.
It sucks.
We're gonna have to have a safety word. It's gonna be pineapples. That's pineapple right there. RC plane pineapple.
Make the world a little more interactive. You know, I mean, they couldn't do a lot of that with the NPCs and, you know, going into more shops and stuff like that. Like, that's something you could do now that you couldn't really do too much in the PS2 era.
Yeah.
Making it more like GTA 5. Just modernizing it more. Just touching up. Just nothing crazy because I think it's a great game. That's what I want to see.
So if GTA 6 came out and it took place in San Andreas and it would be a dream come true for you.
No.
Really?
No, I would enjoy that, yes. But I enjoy San Andreas because it's San Andreas. Like, if they remade San Andreas, made it GTA 6, that'd be great. But if it's just GTA 6 takes place in San Andreas, no. Like, it wouldn't be a dream come true. I'd still buy it. I'd still play it.
You don't want it to be, you want the same storyline and everything else. You don't want it to be remastered. You just want it pretty much like retextured and modernized and stuff.
Grove City for life.
Oh, God.
But and I found you said something funny because you're like, I want to take some of the NPCs out. I want to take this out.
I don't want,
at what point
I want
does
to
that
add
become...
to the NPCs. Just make them more, like make them more interactive and, you know, you could talk to them and shit like that.
Okay. And I can meet you there. San Andreas actually fell into kind of the bubble, and this was the next bubble for me at least, games that are almost too classic to remake. Like, you don't want to see
Okay, that's a weird line.
Well, and that's where you have to draw a line sometimes.
I've listened to all your podcasts, and I have to admit, Nick, he's right. You have some weird lines, bro.
Which is cool.
It's because, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, it keeps it interesting.
There's how many 50,000 video games that have ever been created? Because I know there's probably a lot of people that are going to say San Andreas. Like, I would say GTA 3. That's on my list. Like, I would say GTA 3. I don't want anything. Ooh. I don't want anything I want it to look better. Maybe GTA 3 with a GTA 5 engine.
Fix the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the camera.
See, I like Vice City more than the rest of them, besides 5. 5, obviously.
See, I wonder if it's just the GTA that we played the most. Like, you like 3, you like Vice City, I like San Andreas.
I played a lot of Vice City.
And I played a lot of San Andreas.
Yeah.
So it's just like our flavor.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, the games are pretty fucking similar.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of the same things that I said about San Andreas, you could say about GTA 3.
Yes. But you see, I wouldn't want to add or take away anything from GTA 3, though. Like, I just wanted an updated engine to it. Like, I want it to look and feel like GTA 5 without being GTA 5. I think I'm confusing myself because I also have, like, is this game too classic to be remade? Like nobody wants. You don't want to see Link to the Past be remade. I wouldn't want to see Super Metroid be remade.
I get what you're saying, and I agree,
Or
but
Symphony of the Night.
I don't know that I put that label on certain games, like too classic. But there were certain games where I'm like I don't want to make Super Metroid. I don't want to remake Link to the Past. I don't want to remake Super Mario World. I don't know that I would say they're too classic. I would just say they're good how they are. But okay. My second one kind of breaks that rule.
Kyle, let's go to you next, because like I'm still like trying to narrow it down. Like I'm having a hard time narrowing my list down.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like the only thing I had a complication with this topic was just there's a certain franchise out there, Time Splitters. It was one of the coolest games that I ever played. I tried getting you to play it, and you didn't have a good time.
When you came over and we played it, I had a lot better time. I think I told you that.
Okay, better, good, because I make everything better.
Sure. Sure. But I don't think that you thought it was what it was like in the past, though.
I feel like if I could remember how the storyline would have went and we would have gotten farther into it, it would have been a lot better. Because like it's the first mission, it's kind of one of those drop you in kind of games. The only thing you really know is just to pick up a crystal.
This was Time Splitters 2.
Yeah, Time Splitters 2, which is the one that I would want specifically to be recreated. Just because Time Splitters 2 brought a whole plethora of different things in the game. Like there was map creating in the game. There was different characters to unlock in the game, and you had to do specific things, speed running or doing a specific kill rate in the game. There was cheat codes you would unlock in the game. I mean, everything was interactive in that game. And I would love to see it come back and do modernization to it. Keep it the same though. Like keep with the whole making your own multiple like story building kind of map and stuff like that you could build, or keep all the same characters, keep all the same cheat codes that you were able to unlock doing specific things in the game, but just revamp it.
And
remaster pretty much.
And fix the aiming, because that kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That
if you did more of a
sucks.
modernized aiming to it, the game would have been a lot better. That is a little tricky with the whole, at least with sniping in that game.
Dude, even just trying to just like fire from the hip, the cursor, it moves a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you try to move it over, like to center on somebody's forehead. It would be hard in this game because it just moves kind of on its own.
Okay.
Have you played this?
I haven't. No, but I'm kind of listening.
Don't, unless it gets remade.
Okay.
What? No. It's a great game. It's that first. He didn't pass the first level. I played this game over and over and over again, and the storyline's actually really badass. You just have to get into it. You have to get past the first one, because then you start learning about every single character and how the story's supposed to go. When, like I said, it's kind of like Metroid. The last episode we were talking about, it's kind of like Metroid. You pretty much get just dumped into the game. There's a few guns sitting in front of you on the first mission, and the only thing you get told is you need to destroy the antenna array. Now, in the first city, you already see one big ass antenna, but there's also like several small ones throughout the whole thing. It doesn't tell you exactly which one you need to destroy. So it's a complicated started game. But once you get into it and understand where you need to go and stuff like that, the game is amazing.
So he wanted to give me shit and be like, well, he couldn't beat the first level. But just let me remind you that when he came over, he's the expert at this game.
No. I didn't say expert ever.
He couldn't beat the first level with me either.
I couldn't remember. I know you had to get the crystal. I know we had to destroy the antenna. But after that, I could have swore there was a button you had to find to unlock a certain door to get to the different part of the dam.
Well, there was that one in that control room.
Yeah, but that one just controls the cameras. There was something we were supposed to shut down or turn on. It was either generators or
I think we needed a key or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs remade. I'll agree with that one.
That's such a great game.
No, it was fun. It was fun. So my second one, like I said, it's kind of breaking the rule that you said and I agreed with. Like, it's too classic.
Okay.
It's a game that I played so much when I was a kid.
Oh, God.
I love everything about it.
Oh, God.
Nothing needs to be fixed about it.
Don't you dare.
Are you going home?
You're going to break my heart, aren't you?
I'm going to go home.
Hold on. What do you think?
You're going to say zombies, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Ew.
Okay.
Ew.
Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't do a Mario for your first one.
No. So this game, again, I just wouldn't change anything about it. Maybe take Mallow out because he fucking sucks. But no, I wouldn't do that. But I want to.
Just pretty much retexture it.
Yeah, I mean, and I like the graphics in this. I mean, I really do. I think they look great, especially for the time. It's got that like over the shoulder, like 2.5D type thing. Have you played it?
Mm-mm.
I know you gave it a try. I'm disappointed.
You always look over at me in disappointment.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
It's an RPG.
It is. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Square Enix.
It's Super Mario.
Yeah.
And it's an RPG. And it's a legend about.
It's
7
pretty
stars.
decent. Like it's an open world, decent size, ain't it?
It's a good sized world, yes, but it's not open world.
Open world-esque.
It's not. I mean, it's linear, but you go to the different worlds. You got your overworld. You go to different levels, areas. I guess would be a better name for it. And you could explore a little bit in them. It's like a town, and there's definitely a main thing you need to do. And I mean, you go to that, but you could still go around. There's shit to find, like in Mario games. It's a super simple RPG.
Okay.
Like it really is. But it's got, like when you are in the fight, when like Mario's got like his jump attack, you also have timed attacks with it. So when he jumps and he jumps on the enemy's head, you could hit a button and then continue jumping as long as you could time it right with the attack.
Oh, okay.
So if I were to remake this, I would kind of make it like a maybe Super Mario Odyssey type graphics. And
okay.
You guys talk about Odyssey a lot.
It's a great game.
Yeah, I've seen you play it.
I didn't get into it.
My kids love it. That's about the only game they play.
I couldn't get into
really?
it. I don't know what it was about it. Like I wanted it to be Galaxy so bad, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I often think about how often my kids play that. Like that's going to be the game of their childhood, probably. Like that's what they're going to remember playing.
Right.
What's your number 2?
Oh boy, did I ever get my number 1? Like I think my number 1, I was gonna say Twisted Metal 2.
Didn't you say GTA 3?
GTA 3. I think I said GTA 3, but I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I can go with that. My number 1 was gonna be Twisted Metal 2. The problem that I have there,
I think those games definitely need a remake.
Oh yeah.
the problem
That or
I'm
that
having,
V8 Power one.
The what?
The V8 one.
Vigilante 8.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank
there we
you.
go.
Someone
Okay.
else played that
I
besides
got
Twisted
you.
Metal.
I got you. My problem with adding Twisted Metal 2 to this list is I think I'm going to eventually be like, okay, remaster it. Now add more cities. Now add more cars. Now add more customization. And it's just not going to stop. Like,
Yeah,
and
I
then
can see that.
it doesn't become the same game. You're not remaking Twisted Metal 2. You're basically, you're taking that concept and you're making something else. Like imagine you're trying to bake chocolate chip cookies. You have your 4 basic ingredients, and you take those 4 basic ingredients, but you add all kinds of other stuff to it, and you add more sugar, and you add more this and that, and it becomes like a 2-story chocolate chip cake.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in this analogy, what would remaking it be?
Remaking it would be, my problem is like, yeah, I want it to play like,
No, hold on. What I'm asking is, in your analogy with the cookies, that would be taking the concept, okay, and doing something different with it.
yeah,
I just want to know, in your cookie analogy, what would be the equivalent of remaking the game?
like it's still a cookie. It's not a cake.
How do you remake what you already made without starting again with the same ingredients?
Well, it's still a chocolate chip cookie, but let's say you add Nutella in it, or you add different types of chocolate chips, or different fudge. It's still a cookie.
So after you make the cookie, you're talking about like putting
Like,
Nutella
make it
on
taste better, make it look better, make it smell better.
So adding like Nutella on and shit.
Yeah, but
No,
by
that'd be
doing that,
DLC.
you're only adding graphics.
Nope, that'd be DLC.
You're only adding graphics. Well, you're saying DLC.
No, because I'm asking, in your cookie analogy, you're saying like taking the ingredients and making something different would be taking the concept of Twisted Metal and doing something different, not remaking what they already made in Twisted Metal and remaking what they already made with the cookie. How do you remake the cookie that you've already baked?
You keep the 4 main ingredients, but you don't take those ingredients and make a cake. You keep it a cookie, but you make it a better cookie. You make it look better. You make it smell better, but you don't change so much of it to where it's not a cookie anymore. Now
Yeah,
it's a
but
cake.
like you said, there'd be a problem. Everyone would want DLCs left and right on that.
Yeah,
thing.
like, oh, I want the original characters from the original Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
I want to add more cities. I want multiplayer. I want like battle royale style.
Battle royale. Ew.
See,
That's a great idea.
and it is a great idea,
That
but
would be
that's not
fun.
Twisted Metal 2.
Yeah, no.
That's not the thing. Like if they were to come out tomorrow and say, listen, we got the two main creators we got David Jaff and everybody else back from, oh god, I cannot remember the name of their company that made this. We're gonna make a Twisted Metal game. It's gonna be like Twisted Metal 2, where it's gonna be, but we're gonna have an expanded roster of like 40 cars from over all the games. You can play in 60 different cities. We're going to have online multiplayer where it's a battle royale mode, and we're going to make the stories a little in-depth. I would buy a PS5 for that tomorrow. But that's not Twisted Metal 2.
No, that's not remaking it.
Yeah,
that'd be a
that's not
completely
remaking
different
it. You're
game.
adding so much to it where it's not the game anymore. And that's why I can't put it on the list. So I want to put a game on there like GTA 3 was a very good example of a game. Like, and I'm thinking like really basic kind of stuff. Like for some reason all week, the game that's popped into my head was Jet Moto. Yeah, and I knew that was going to be the reaction too, but it's not one where it's like, oh, this is too classic to remake, or it was never really remade. But a game like that would be super fun with a new texture to it.
Sure, I could see that.
But I'm having a hard time because originally Spyro 2 was one that but that was it was remade.
Yeah, it was.
It was fine until it was remade. And the remake of that game was fantastic.
Is it?
Yes.
Ooh, is it like same?
It's a perfect example of what I'm trying to get at because it's the exact same game. They didn't add anything to it, but it looks beautiful.
2 is the best.
It is,
hands
yeah.
down.
Yes.
Out of all Spyros.
Agreed.
2.
It looks clean. The textures are amazing. They just, even the little stuff they did, like they took the graphics and everything and beefed it up, but it is the exact same game. So what would you say to like the original Tomb Raider?
Oh.
Or the Tomb Raider trilogy, if they were to do the same thing?
Oh, Tomb Raider.
You're asking me personally?
Yeah, like would you say that's more of a
triangles?
Those polygon boobies.
Polygon boobies.
But yeah, like what would you say to remaking the, like, is Tomb Raider too classic of a game to repatch?
Dude, I mean, you draw your own line, so I don't think it is, but
I think Tomb Raider would be cool to come back.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, it'd be a good game to remake.
Oh yeah.
Is that your 2?
I think, yeah, I want the original Tomb Raider trilogy, 1, 2, and 3.
Right, preach. What did you do with it?
I got you. I'd say
round out the boobs a little bit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need cleaner controls.
Still allow of beating the shit out of the butler and locking him in the freezer. Yeah. That's so much fun. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Everyone did that.
Oh yeah.
As soon as they found out about it, everyone did
the
it.
2 dark things everybody did in video games.
Yep.
It was lock him in the freezer and throw the penguin off the cliff.
Yep.
Throw the penguin off the cliff in 64.
I didn't get to do that because I never played it. But I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
I don't play Mario games. I told you the last episode. The only game I played is like that Sunshine or whatever the hell it's called.
I think that Sunshine is it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a Sunshine.
Okay. So I said Tomb Raider in like GTA 3 and maybe Twisted Metal 2. You said Time Splitters. Did you had one more?
Yeah, I got Fable. The original Fable.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that anything needs to be taken out, put back in. Maybe revamp some of the magic in it. Maybe bring in some more blades and stuff like that. Because like you have your normal selection of like wood, steel, blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
But give a little bit more of a variety of weapons in those types of metals. But that's about it. The rest of the game needs to be non-touched besides like just vamp up the graphics on it. It is a great game. Storyline is full of all kinds of richness. But that would definitely be one I'd spend like $100 on a remake for that game.
Really?
Oh yeah. If they came out with an Ultra Edition buy everything. No DLCs or anything. It doesn't need a DLC or anything, but just like you get this, and this extra in the game. I'd buy it.
They have another Fable coming out, don't they?
I think I saw something about that, but I don't know. The last
Was it
Fable they
4?
came out with was trash. Absolute garbage. I don't care what anyone says to me either. Because it's like a card-based turn game. It was ugh. It was very weird. Legacies, I think is what it's called. Fable Legacies. Legends.
Now
Something.
you haven't played Fable.
No.
Have you?
Oh,
No.
Nick.
We
I
discussed
remember.
this.
I know.
We discussed
know.
this. I know.
I know.
It's not
Throw it out.
dissimilar to like a Fallout, right? I mean,
Oh, there's very difference. Huge difference between the two.
what I mean is in the very like basic concept of what you're kind of going around and exploring the story, like very basic
Yeah,
concept.
I guess
Like,
when
when-
it comes to that thing or that, yeah, it would be kind of the same.
The main driver of the gameplay,
Main quest side missions, just like or Skyrim and Fallout.
right? It's not that you don't like that kind of gameplay.
No, yeah.
What is it that has stopped you from playing Fable?
I just feel like it wouldn't keep me captivated for as long as like a Fallout did. Like Fallout is a futuristic, shooter.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the setting.
It
No,
is. I think
yeah.
I think it is a setting. That's why I never got into Fable. I never got into like Skyrim because that was I just never did.
I can understand that. Skyrim at the very beginning, just like most of those games, it's very slow at the very beginning. You got to build yourself up. You got to get your magic up, your stamina up, and everything just to go out and hack and slash a lot. But Fable did a better job of making it faster, but not fast enough where the game was done and over with just in a couple of days of playing it. I mean, I probably spent when it first came out, I probably spent 2 or 3 weeks solid on playing that game, getting just about everything I could get into it. Because there's so many different variables of customizations and stuff like that just in the Fable games alone. 3 is a little out there, especially when you can walk into a whorehouse and get
You have my
like
attention.
36 like STDs in 1 second. Literally, you can
Nice.
choose between because like
You can
it's a
choose the
very
STDs you
evil.
want?
RTDs.
No. You because it's in the third one at least you can choose to be evil or good a lot. There's a lot of different variables when it comes to that. One of the evil choices is instead of making a like 5 to 6 story orphanage, you turn it into a brothel house. You yourself can walk into the brothel house. You can't see anything. You can hear some stuff,
Oh,
but
that's its point.
you can see some shadows and stuff. But like you walk out of there, 9 times out of 10, you're walking out with at least a bare minimum of 5 STDs.
Nice.
It's
Impressive.
a fun. The 3 is a pretty fun game. It's just they started going weird with the franchise after 1. The 1 you had armor, you had specials and all kinds of abilities. You had different customizations for certain things. But 2 and 3 brought like 3, like I just said, like you can have a brothel. Like not really that big of a thing that you need to bring into a game. So I say 1 is the one that needs to be remade. It was the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, 1's the only one I've played.
2's good. 2's good. 3 is where I kind of draw the line of telling people to play because it's just a little bit different of that game.
When did 1 come out?
Oh,
Was that like early 2000s?
03?
Okay.
yeah, I want to say 03
Do
area.
Do you remember in The Price is Right when when everybody was bidding initially and everybody overbid, and then Bob would say, erase the bids, it has to be lower than a certain amount. Okay. None of us said a game that was made before 1996. You realize that?
Holy crap.
7 Stars was 96, Twin Smell 2 was 96. That was as early as it got. So we're going to do a quick round here. Erase the bids, please. I need a game made before 1996 that you would think needs a remake. And I can start. I will say 7th Saga. It's a 1992-93 RPG game. It was made by Square Enix back when they were together. But that game was hard as balls. It did not really look all that great. So I think you could really do a lot with a game like that.
It's really hard to find that old of a game right now.
It is.
Because I keep on thinking, I'm like, oh, this is going to be an older game. No, that's not an older game.
Yeah, and it is. Like I'm trying to think of like maybe Gunstar Heroes would be really cool.
96 and older.
Yeah, 96 and older. So we're gonna erase the bids. I'm throwing out Gunstar Heroes. I'm throwing out 7th Saga. I might throw out. I don't know. Illusion of Gaia was beautiful in its own right. That was a very beautiful game.
Because if we go like right at 96, the first Resident Evil, like the original one, would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, I don't know, that's too close to your standards. Gotta try to remember all the games I played back then.
Right. No, and it's not. It's just something to think about. Like we all threw out games that were in 96 and older. Like if you were to do like maybe
Area 51 was 95. Seriously, did not know that. I thought it was nearer than that.
But they remade Doom, they remade Wolfenstein.
Yeah, and those were the bigger games back then.
Those were very big games back then. Duke Nukem.
Oh, Duke.
They had enough sequels and prequels and remakes of that. You know, there's so many. The problem with thinking of anything like that is like what if we threw out Street Fighter, like Street Fighter 2, but like there's so many sequels to it. It's like, oh, now we're gonna. Like I was watching Street Fighter 5 tournament the other day on Twitch, and they had E Honda's level from Street Fighter 2 on there. So it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. That's a good throwback. And I'm like, that is what that game would look like remade. So it's plausible, you know. You had an epiphany, Kyle. You had
Need for Speed. The first original Need for Speed was in like 94. I would definitely remake that one.
Okay.
Which, because I was gonna, one game that I would have brought up back when we were doing the first two would be any of the Need for Speed Carbon or Most Wanted and stuff like that. But they're already making Need for Speed Underground 2, I think, which is a big one for Need for Speed franchise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Hey, Need for Speed, if you're listening, don't fuck it up. Heat was good.
That was one of my favorite ones. Was Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was everyone's big one.
I played a lot on PlayStation, like Hot Pursuit.
And,
you know, those. Yeah.
Most Wanted, Hot Pursuit, all those. Those are so.
All right, so I had to search a little bit, but I think I found one. And it's a game that I said previously does not hold up.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And it's SimCity.
That crossed my mind earlier.
They came out with
The Sims.
They came out with like SimCity 2000. I think
was booty.
They came out with like quite a few other ones, I think. And I've tried 2000, haven't really played. I don't think any of the other ones. I played the mobile game for a little bit. Not very good. Like most mobile games. Yeah. I don't know exactly what I'd do with it. Definitely update the graphics. I think it'd be cool, like a 2.5D type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe add a little more in depth and actually like explain what shit does, because it does not do a very good job of you know, explaining, okay, you have a certain problem in this area. There's even in saying, okay, like your houses are too close to your industrial plants. Okay, well, how far apart do they need to be?
Yeah, I'm 10 years old. Why? What does housing property value mean to me?
Right.
I have no idea what that means. I'm like,
see, you should have learned it.
It
sets us up for the real world.
Well, you almost had to. It almost taught you better. Bro. You know, and the more I played, I didn't realize until I was older. And it's a good thing you say that, because I was like, oh, when I have these houses next to like my industrial district, the housing property values are going to the floor.
Nope.
And there's got to be some like kind of scale. Okay, if they're 10 spaces away, it drops it by 10%. If they're 5 spaces away, it drops it by 50%.
Yeah.
You know, there has to be something, you know, programming in the actual game to do that. And I just want to know what that is so I could plan my city better.
Sure.
Because if you knew all those different things and, you know, exactly how the people are traveling, whether it's by car, like how wide should the road be for this amount of cars to get through with this many buildings right there? Like, you could go pretty in depth with it.
Yeah.
And still make it fun. But I want to know those kind of things so I can make the most efficient city.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that too when you talk about the roads being too wide.
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped up in my head.
Well, I remember I tried to make I tried to make my paths as big as I could, like Cedar Point wise. I'm like, I'm going to make this as, you know, everything that's not tied down is going to be concrete walkway. And I just kept getting my people are getting lost.
Yep.
I'm like, they don't really walk in a straight line. That's weird. They just do whatever the hell they want.
Damn game.
So we got Fable, Time Splitters 2, GTA 3, San Andreas, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. What was your last one?
I think I'm going to go with Twisted Metal 2.
Twisted Metal 2.
That would be a cool one.
Or the Tomb Raider trilogy.
Oh,
I feel like that's going to be a better one.
Those are games we want remade. What are some games that you guys want remade? hit us up. Let us know. You could reach us by email, retrosmashed@gmail.com. Discord, our link is on Twitter. Twitter is retro_smashed. You can follow Nick on Twitch at WellyTime.
Ding.
Kyle on Instagram, Nifkin Slayer.
NIF_KINSLYR.
Okay, and I think that will do us for
Hold
today.
on. I just want a quick 30.
I guess it won't.
No, I just want a quick 30-second round. Think about the worst games in history, like Superman 64.
Okay.
But you didn't like that? No, I'm just kidding.
Would you play a remake of that?
Superman 64?
If it's good.
Or like I'm thinking Castlevania 64 or something like that. I'm just throwing that one out there. But like really, really bad games that they're gonna try again. They're gonna fix what was wrong, and they're gonna re-put it out there for like $10.
There's a franchise that continually does that, and it keeps selling, but like it's not a good game. They keep fucking remaking it for some reason.
You about to break my heart?
MegaMan. Like,
Are you?
come on.
Wow.
Dick. Asshole.